And now for one of our special segments, Bob Farquhar on building structures. Bob, welcome.
Okay, share screen here, and I'll go. Come on here, and there we go. So tonight's going to be the assembly. We've already done the preparation, paint, tools, stuff like that. So we're doing assembly today. And the one thing I forgot to put down in a previous presentation, when they're on if the kids have the drawing available, what I do, I photocopy that drawing, and then I make sure it's one-to-one. Some printers / copiers go off by 10%, so make sure you get exact sizing. And what I do, I put the paper down, put wax paper over top of it, tape it down, then I put some drops of glue on some of the wood. So for an example, this piece here, I put 2 drops in behind that, glue, set it on here, put some weight on it, let it dry for about an hour, and then I could build the rest of the stuff. And when I'm done, then I take the wax paper off, and then I get to clean up any of the glue residue when I dropped it in there. So that's, anyway. So you've seen this picture before, and that's why I build my wall sections on there, because it's flat and it's tempered glass, so it won't break or stuff like that. So this is an example of what I've finished now. Here, this has all been painted, weathered. The windows are installed, the doors are installed, the glass has been installed, the signage is there. Most of the trim pieces on here are in there as well. And you got pretty much ready to go. And also have at this point here, after I do this, when it's flat on that timber glass, I do the bracing. You just barely see the bracing in through here. And now this example, this is another kit, and this was a pressed paper kit by Bear Mills, and it needed a lot of bracing on here, because otherwise you can't do anything with it. You have to do that first. That's one of the few times I do bracing first, and I generally do the bracing afterwards. So when you do the corner pieces, so this example will be 4 walls altogether. So 2 walls, and do machining squares here to make sure it's fully square inside and out. And then I do the other 2 at the same time over here. And then when they're dry, I'll join them together. So this is an example where I squared this side and squared this side here. But this, of course, is a different angle in here. So I made up a cardboard stiffener. And so this wall can sit on that slope to glue it together properly over here. And then just not clean and neat because I'm not detailing the inside. This is for bracing for the other wall. So this is the time too for lighting. Now did have a presentation for lighting, but Jeff Bunza doing some fantastic job on animation on lighting that I'm not going to bother much with lighting. But this is the time you have to decide what you're going to do about lighting. Are you going to do lighting in hall? This example here, and this room in here be enclosed, so you'll be able to take all the wiring for the lighting in here and drop it through that through the layout, or maybe put your light power source in this room. And for example, over here for the lighting, just maybe glue the wires to the roof and then bring it down this room here. This is an example. You have to do this before you do the rest of the building. So now this is where the other ones have been done. Now I'm not detailing the inside of this particular kit, so I'm not too worried about not going to be doing inside lighting at all, and let the natural light go through the windows in through here. Actually, I put in blue view blocks in here with black paper, and so you can't see from one side to the other. And notice that there is no detail inside. And eventually I'll put lighting out here on these doors. Because it's not going to be detailed and not lit up at night type of thing, I'm just going to do dummy lights type of thing for here. But that's the idea. You want to do it now. For example, if you did want to lighting in here, you'd run the wiring down behind this wall, this corner here, for an example. There's another example. I do these 4 walls together. then these 4 walls, and then attach it to this building, and then these 3 walls. Make sure they're square. And my bracing here, now this clapboard siding is not very thick, and you can tell by here, and that's going to be joining on to this trim piece here. So that's not a lot of glue surface. So I make sure my bracing is attached such a way that it's touching this wall and that end wall. You can see it here as well, and it's over here in here. So then you get good to sport. This particular one, I'm not doing the inside as well. Not detailing it, except for here I'm making a little floor. I will make a little floor, or actually I have done it. Make a little floor and do 3 walls along there, and then you'd be able to just normal daylight. I don't need a light like that tall, so I'm not worried about that. And this is an example again. This is from you showed this. I've shown this picture before, but when it glue the walls flat, they do the windows then as well. When the windows are open, I glue them when it's flat on my surface of my glass. And in this case, there's going to be doors blocking this entryway here. And this one here is an example. I made a floor and 3 walls, and then a little bit of detail inside. And that's what it looked like with natural lighting, like natural outdoor lighting. But I'm not doing inside lighting this one because the inside is not detailed. I wouldn't do that one, but. So anyway, that's it for tonight.
Bob, on the 3-story building, I think it was the sail maker building.
Yeah.
You had some odd corners on that building.
Yes.
How did you miter those corners?
Just with a sandpaper, about 180 grit sandpaper, and just put a board in with like, oh, I can't. I actually have a board here. One with a 60-degree angle, a 90-degree, and a 45. So I put that in the backing of it and keep my the wall on there, and then slide back and forth on the sandpaper.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much, Bob. I really enjoyed that. Appreciate it so much.